Hi, everyone. I'm Tamara Jeffries of Grow and Thrive Wellness. How are you today? As you know, I am a holistic counselor and a transformational coach, and I wanted to make a special video for this month, the month of September, as it is the National Suicide Prevention Month. This is a subject that is really hard to talk about for a lot of people, and I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about more because suicide rates are going up. Since COVID, suicide rates have been going up. And what is so disheartening is that there are so many people out there who are feeling hopeless and not knowing that there are services out there, that there are people out there who care about them and that want to see them healthier, happier, doing better. So this video, this is not scripted. This is me just talking from my heart and from my own experience because I was once, well, more than once, suicidal, and I had to come out of it somehow. And many of us have been there in that despair and found our way out of it, and many more have not. So that's why I wanted to make this video. So, years ago, I went to a workshop that was specifically for African American women. And we were gathered together. It was for mental health. We were gathered together and we were asked to form a circle. And so we formed a circle. And then we were asked if we had ever attempted suicide, please step forward. And so myself and a number of other women stepped forward into the center of this circle. And we were asked to look at each other, really to just look at each other and to think about the idea that had we succeeded in our attempts, we wouldn't be here in that moment, being able to share in this knowledge and in this survival. We wouldn't be able to. And we thought about all of the contributions that the earth would have been deprived of because the women in that inner circle would have taken their lives and taken their gifts from this world, myself included. And that's a sobering thing to sit with that and to be in community and have it held in a very respectful way that this is something many of us struggle with. And yet very few people talk about. And it's hard. It's hard because no one wants to admit feeling that low. It can be embarrassing. It can be shameful. It can be all these things. And we might not even have the language to express how bad we feel. We just know that we feel horrible and we want it to stop. So being in that circle in that moment was just really powerful, really, really powerful. And I think after it, we all just hugged each other and wept because, we all came through it. Like, I don't know the stories of the other women and how they came through it. I came through it on my own. I imagine many of them came through it on their own, but we came through it. And so there's something that I want to highlight in this, specifically around children and mental health, because I attempted suicide for the first time as a child. I was probably around 8 years old. And this is something that's very taboo. This is something that people don't believe children do, but it absolutely is something that children do because you have a lot of children out there who are abused, who are neglected, who feel unloved, who feel that there is just no recourse in the world for them. And so they attempt these things. As a child, with a child's mind, considering suicide, I took a lot of baby aspirin Thankfully, it didn't kill me. I just slept for a really long time. And when I woke up, I was disappointed that I was still here, but I was still here. And I thought, well, that didn't work. So I'm not going to try that again. But that was 8. At age 16, I went through a severe depression, just the most severe depression. And I prayed every night for God to take me, every night. And every night that he didn't take me, I grew more and more angry with him. And finally, I just decided, oh, he's not going to take me. So I got to do this myself. And so I planned it. I thought very long and hard about it, like when I would be home alone, when I would be undisturbed, how I was going to go through with it. And I was ready to go through with it the next day. And I stood in the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, okay, this time tomorrow, I won't be here. This time tomorrow, I won't be here. And that shook me down. Like I fell to the floor crying. And the thought of that, I guess, is what was the thing that like reached into my heart and pulled me back out. And it's like, this is not how this story is going to end. Like this is not the way this story is going to end. And so I gradually, climbed out of it. I gradually came back. And I can't tell you how, honestly, I can't tell you how. It just feels like at some point it's just something you will yourself to do. But I came out of it. And, years later, I entered my own healing path. And in that healing path, I uncovered the layers of trauma that I had been through and healed through those layers and understood why I had gotten to those depths. It's a hard, hard thing to sit with, to be with, knowing what it is to feel that despairing, that hopeless, that angry at life, that you just rather not be here and you'd rather not deal with it anymore. It's a painful place. It is a painful place. But like me in that moment, that place is not the end of the story. It doesn't have to be the end of the story. We have inner reserves, deep inner reserves that we can draw from that can lift us up and bring us out of that. It would be wonderful to say that I had, this community to that rallied around me and helped bring me out of it. I didn't. I did this on my own. But I know that there are those out there who think they're on their own, but they're really not. Like they have people in their lives they can talk to who would give them the support that they need. And I'm saying all this, I think, to those of you who are really feeling like you're all alone. I know that you can feel that way, but just know that you're not. You're not all alone. There are people out here in the world who care for you and want to see you well. So I want to give you the number to the Suicide Prevention Hotline. I'm going to put it also in the comments, but just so you can write it down. It's 1-800-273-8255. It's 1-800-273-8255. Or they've also made just a 3-digit number you can now dial on your mobile, and that's 988. If you dial 988 on your mobile, it's going to take you to the Suicide Prevention Hotline. So please use this. I was just speaking with someone, and that is what triggered the inspiration to make this video, because he told me about a young man whose name is Kevin Hines, who at the age of 17, attempted suicide off the Golden Gate Bridge and was one of the few people to actually survive the fall from the Golden Gate Bridge. And Kevin Hines has since become a motivational speaker and is, in the world trying to help and give people hope, and bring them back from this cliff that we can fall over into suicidal thoughts. And he has this hashtag, be here tomorrow. And that really touched me. Be here tomorrow, because again, I thought back at that time where I looked at myself in the mirror and said, tomorrow, this time I won't be here. So I'm going to put that hashtag in this message, hashtag be here tomorrow, because I want all of you to win. And I want all of you to be here tomorrow and know that it will get better. There is support out there for you. You have gifts that you have brought into this world that it would be a shame if you deprived all of us of them. This is my selfish plea to keep you here, because you came into this world. I believe this in my heart, that every person on this earth came here with something to give. And if you take yourself from us, we will never get to receive the gifts that you came to give, and you will never receive the joy in giving the gifts you were brought here to give. So that's me being selfish. Just being real. Your life is precious. You are precious. You are loved. You are loved. You are worthy. And you are worthy to be happy, to be healthy, and to have the life you want. And you can have the life you want. I believe that 100%. It all starts with getting support you need. So I'm going to leave it there. I implore you to reach out, find the support you need. If you want to email me, you can email me at tamarajeffries.com, and I will help as any way that I can. But just know that you are not alone, and that you are precious, and that your life is valuable, so valuable. Okay, so I want to wish you all the best, everyone out there. If you know someone who is struggling with mental health, please, please don't leave them out there alone. Call them, go see them, help them. Help them to know that they're not alone. All right, everyone, that is all for now. I am Tamara Jeffries of Grow and Thrive Wellness, and I wish you all the absolute best. And remember to love yourself and one another always. Bye for now.